Anybody else want to share how they're doing personally before I move to my final question or next question?
Doc, I'll share. I've heard the word grieving a few times, and I thought, well, I asked God, when is it my cue to say something? Because I'd be fine just being with you guys. It's been a while. And as Dr. Anderson already mentioned, this has been a year. I kind of called the last 6 months of 2020 my losing season because I lost people in my life that were very important to me. I lost mentors. My father was one of my best friends in the world, and I lost my coach from college, who was also my professor, and we had done a lot of ministry together post-graduation. He died of COVID. Just a couple days ago, I lost my brother-in-law, who is my father's age, and he was a mentor to me, and I interned with him, and we just had a rich relationship. And of course, the sudden death of my son. And so you asked me how I'm doing. Hey, I'm still here, man. I think that's pretty good, to still be alive and to enjoy each day as a gift from God. And so I've been crushed. I've really been crushed. And as crushed as I've been, God has met me with that level and even a couple levels above that of being comforted. I've spoken at so many funerals, and I would read the verses in 2 Corinthians about the God of all comfort, And I would have this thing. I believed all that, y'all. I did. I mean, I really believe it now. And I'd say he's the God of all comfort. He's not the God of some comfort. He's not the God of southern comfort, which only helps you for a little bit. And he's the God of all comfort. He's the God of all comfort. And it says there that he helps us go through stuff so that we can help other people go through stuff. And so,
did you feel comfort from the body of Christ at Bridgeway?
I did. And I haven't seen you in a minute. And I've found out that little things really matter. And the ministry of presence really matters, whether it's, a text or a phone call, or it's when my church showed up. You didn't know I was going to do this. I promise you I'm not a hoarder, okay?
Are those all the love notes you wrote to yourself over the years?
These are just some of the cards that y'all sent me.
Oh, wow.
And these right here are over 300 bags that my church, you guys surprised us and had a prayer vigil on our front lawn. And this stuff matters. And so I'm not trying to be dramatic or cute, but you've been a church of love, and it matters. And it's taught me to be a better minister. It's taught me how to minister. And so I've been crushed, but I've been comforted, and I'm also am very curious. I'm very curious about what this next phase of our lives are going to be. Not only me personally, not having the responsibility to love and care for a severely autistic, moderately retarded man who is my son, but the opportunities we have in front of us, what are we going to do with it? I ask myself, what am I doing here? And so I'm asking ourselves that too. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have a good dismount.
Well, you reflect the state of our church, the state of our clergy, the state of our congregation. You've put in some 30 years or so. I don't even know how long you've been here now, but you've put in so many years of walking with people. I'm just so happy that people are walking with you. And even last week when I was down in Florida, man, your name was all over the place with the Johnsons and the Careys, and you just ought to know your impact and your influence is great. And so, Bridgeway, if you're wondering, what the state of our church and the state of our clergy is, you got it, right? So we're human beings that are all dealing with different areas where maybe we're crushed but comforted. Maybe we're hard pressed, but somehow we still prevail. And somehow we're still able to think about you, to pray for you, to write messages and sermons and songs and dramas, and to do all the things that we have to do in order to serve you. So I'm really proud of you, clergy. And Mitch, we continue to love you and pray for you. We know that God is going to do amazing things through you.